So chat, as you guys know, we're all kind of just waiting for the thought of the spring major. I'm so ready to go back. Season 5 World Championship is probably the greatest World Championship we've ever had in Rocket League history. The fact that we get to go back and like triple the fans is pretty hype. Downfall is there's like 2 weeks until any of that happens. So we're all just kind of sitting here like, what do? RL Esports, what's this? Rocket League Esports Day even literally just tweeted, hey, because they know there's nothing going on. Shortly after that, they tweeted, hey, they did end up putting out a video. If you guys don't know, Cole Stumpy have been putting out these kind of like recap things. So if we're going to talk about the recap, talk about ways and things that you can do for the major, and then also something that was announced today on behalf of watch parties. And I say parties with an S. There's a lot of them. It's pretty crazy what's happening. So with that said, let's jump over to the other screen and let's watch the recap video from Cole and Stumpy in subpar in HD.
And breathe. With the delayed by 1 week due to CRL World's EU Super 16 finally coming to a close, so too has the online portion of the season. Here are
Which is crazy to think about.
You may have missed from the last round of regionals.
Okay.
Number 5, Falcons Clean Sweep. Our most decorated online performers are Middle East Falcons.
Crazy stuff.
Won not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, not just...
That's a different way of doing it.
Just 7, not just 8, but all 9 online events throughout the season. In London,
I'm curious on if they would have just said not just 5, not just 6, how close it would have been to the actual time of doing that.
They will be a terrifying prospect.
Also, in one of my recent videos, I talked about how good Detonator and Tokyo Verde is. Gaming Gladiators won 8 out of 9.
Which top performer from Asia Pacific North and
Twitter video, man. Oof.
the major. This time, Gaming Gladiators bucked the trend.
First time APAC South representation. Gladiators, a lot of offense, struggle on defense a little bit.
Abs Crazy, and Indonesia, LCT, on the world stage.
Nice,
they
nice.
Expect the warmest welcome from the EU fans. Number 3, G2 and BDS fail, lol.
Sure, G2 won the Winter Major.
So savage.
The first 2 North American
It's such a...
But at the Nissan Classic,
I love how they're like, yo, G2 and BDS did really heckin' well. Like, they were so good. They both made the finals. Like, they went 1-1 and 2. And instead of being like, wow, they played really well, they did the opposite. And we're like, hey, these guys stink. They didn't three-peat.
Thankfully, all it's going to take for either
They're
team
pretty
to
funny.
redeem themselves will be victory at the Spring Major. Easy enough. Number 2, get your world tickets. After
Why does he sound like he's from Brooklyn?
Championship will be fought over 10 full days, and you can watch it all in person. Tickets come in multiple tiers depending on how much Rocket League you can handle.
Unless you want the third day of the group stage. Those are gone.
Number 1, London.
I did.
Before we even think about Dallas, there's the small matter of the London Major.
Next week, 2 weeks.
16 teams have fought tooth and nail just to be here, and very, very soon, this chaos is going to unfold. It's not too late to nab some tickets, but if you can't be there in person, make sure you tune in online to soak up every glorious second from June 29th.
So, you guys heard that. Couple things that they mentioned. Obviously, the recap, always appreciated. Love the scripting of Cole and Stumpy's delivery. Always super funny. But at the very end of that, they also talk about, hey, if you can't attend, here's this thing you can do. Tune in. You know, go to twitch.tv/Rocket League on these certain dates. Tune in, watch. We'd love to see you in chat. And I propose a better solution. Not only can you do that, but if you are in some select areas, a certain organization that I have been affiliated with in working past has also some plans which are pretty insane if you ask me. If you don't know, V1 is an organization that I've cast the RLCS with. That is my only association with it, even though everybody else thinks that I am a content creator for them or something to that extent. I'm not. They contract me to cast their day one stuff and then some other stuff. 2 things that come with this. Number 1, I will see you in London if you are there. If you guys are in London, I will see you there. I will be there. It'll be a great time. I'm looking forward to hopefully another Justin Goal-esque moment. I think that is fingers crossed that we get something like that. So if you guys are in the London area and you'd like to say hi, by all means, look out for me. Say hi. Don't be afraid to come up and introduce yourself. Just be respectful if I'm doing something else. This happened a lot, actually. Last time when we were in LA, I was recording content for version 1, and we were doing like a walkthrough because it was Chrissy's first LAN. And then people would come up and interrupt that and be like, hey, can I get a... And I'm just like, I'm so sorry. We're doing the thing, which was awesome. So if you guys are there and you would like to come say hi or introduce myself, do what Eclipse does. Offer to buy me a drink. I'll tell you no because I have to behave. and then we'll shake hands, we'll take a photo, and things will be great. Either way, V1 is going hard about this. The last time they did this was obviously for LA. They rented a brewery, and for 2 days, and the best part about this is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the only way you can watch the like RLCS matches for the early stages is online. There is no in-person event for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which really stinks. So V1 had the idea of saying, hey, let's host these places. Let's do meetups for the fans and stuff around Los Angeles, people that are flying out early, and basically give you like a pre-after party type feeling. For anybody that went to the LA one, and there's some people possibly in chat that did, it legitimately felt like a pre-after party. You would turn your head and there would be Lethmere. You turn your head, there's Nido Queen. You turn your head, there's Widow. You would see content creators from all different organizations there hanging out, drinking a beer or adult apple juice or whatever their drink of choice was. You saw me slamming some water. Hydro homies in chat. Anybody hydro homies? And I don't mean it in like the moist esports ways, but maybe you too. But the ability to go and just hang out and casually watch some matches, cheer for your favorite teams, and be welcome no matter what fan. Although V1 is hosting it, it is welcome to all, which I think is really, really cool. They tout about trying to be your second favorite team if they can't be your favorite, and I think this embodies that. So for anybody who was in LA Friday, Saturday, it was a really cool experience to just go and watch the matches collectively rather than sitting in like your Airbnb or hotel room, kind of just bored watching off a laptop. So they allow you to go to these venues, and as long as you RSVP, which I will have links to this document down below, but if you RSVP, you have the ability to go. And last time they did it just in LA. This time they're doing it in 4 locations. They're hosting 4 separate location watch parties during this, which is kind of insane. Obviously, the event goes from the 29th to the 3rd at the Copper Box Arena in London. We have the ability to go in person on the 2nd and the 3rd, but the days 29, 30, and 31, you cannot. So V1's solution is they are throwing multiple watch parties. The first one is actually going to be at their headquarters. If you guys have never been to the HQ, I've also made a video of the HQ. You can check that out in my related ones down below. But if you guys have not been to the Version 1 HQ in Eagan, Minnesota, it is like southeast Minneapolis. You have the ability to go and watch. You can literally go to their headquarters and get food. There's giveaways, and it's free. It does not cost you anything to show up. You literally just go to their headquarters, and you can support whatever team. Obviously, if you're a V1 fan, cool. But if you're not, and you're bored, and you're from the Minnesota area, go and hang out. First 25 fans to RSVP, get a V1 scarf. Pretty cool. The next one, which details haven't been announced yet, there is a London VIP watch party where they haven't announced the location. I am going to keep my mouth shut and not talk any more about this, but it is a limited space, and there will be wristbands required for entry. The biggest thing is right below that, they talk about following their socials, as you will need to do potentially something in order to obtain a wristband. So from what I have heard and from what I can share, I actually don't know what I can share, so I'm just being more hesitant on this. To my knowledge, capacity is only so much, so it is a little bit more exclusive, but there is some really cool things that they're doing. That will be on Thursday and Friday with a potential maybe caveat in the future. So that's all I'm going to say, and I will not share anything else. Otherwise, I might get in trouble. But this is going to be the place you want to be. Thursday, Friday, like there's a lot of cool places near the venue, and no matter what you're doing, I think having a meetup with certain people and stuff would be pretty cool. But it is, to my knowledge, it's going to be pretty exclusive, which I think is pretty dope. I've talked about numerous times in the past, like anytime I go to like an after party for like PAX or DreamHack or something like that, the difficulty is like I have to yell at the person I want to talk to the entire time. I can't just sit like when I got to talk with Eclipse. We were at the hotel bar, which was actually super nice. Like it was at the hotel we were staying at. I could just go down to the lobby. I could get a drink, and I could just sit and talk to Eclipse like a normal person. I didn't have to yell at his face hole. I would have the ability to just be like, hey man, how you been? How are matches? How you feeling? And like interact that way. So I do like this, that they're doing more of a exclusive kind of side. It sucks that not everybody can get in. I'm curious on how they're going to go about that, but I do like a more intimate setting because then you can actually talk and interact with people without having to yell over each other. I'm sure it's going to be rowdy, but who knows? Who knows? So that's the London one. The next one is there's one in New York City. Why not? Why not? At OS Studios in New York City. If you guys don't know, OS Studios is actually the production team that we use on the V1 broadcast. So it looks like they're using partnership there. So in New York City, OS Studios is going to be throwing one as well. Same situation, but that'll be on Saturday and Sunday. So if you guys are trying to watch the big events, say you can't fly to London, but you're in the New York area, you can go to this venue, you can hang out, you can watch the matches. I think that's pretty cool. The ability to go to a bigger city and collectively get together with other Rocket League fans. And again, the cool thing about this is matches wise, we have no idea who is going to get eliminated at this point. Like you're talking Saturday, Sunday, that's top 8. I have no idea what 8 teams are going to be eliminated at this point. They are still throwing these if V1 is there or not. So that is awesome. The fact that you have the ability to, if you're in the area, to go to a location, hang out, and then last but not least, they're doing the exact same thing in Chicago. If you've never been to the Belong Arena, it's a pretty cool venue. It's got a lot of, it's like a LAN center with a bunch of gaming PCs, all that kind of stuff. But you're talking, you have the ability to, if you are somewhere throughout the world, whether it be Minnesota, so you have 2 in the Midwest, Minnesota and Chicago, 1 in New York City, and then if you're in London, a potential to go to a VIP one that is a precursor to the actual live event. It's difficult, right? Because obviously everybody knows me as like, hey, you're biased for V1, you love V1, blah, blah, blah. In 11 seasons of Rocket League, no other team has done a viewing party at a live event, ever, except for last major in London, or in LA where V1 did one. And this time, they're doing 4. Candidly, what the like, that's insane to me. Like, whether I was working with V1 or not, that is still insane. The fact that, yes, okay, I get one doing one in London because you're going to be there and that's where people are going to be. But to do it in 3 other locations around the United States is kind of insanity. It really is. So, yeah, if you guys are in New York, Chicago, or Minnesota, I have friends here in Wisconsin that may drive to Minnesota or Chicago. I told them to go to Minnesota because going to the headquarters would be sick. But you have the ability to Saturday and Sunday, if you are in Minnesota, Chicago, and New York, to go to these watch parties. Link to these in the description down below. If you're in London, there is a VIP watch party, which will be Thursday and Friday, because obviously people that are there are going to want to go to the event at the Copper Box. But some pretty crazy things, and I'm curious on what they're going to have set up at the Chicago watch party and the New York watch party, because there's obviously like gaming PCs and stuff. I don't know what they're going to do at their headquarters. I've been to their headquarters. It's pretty sick. But as for London, I have no, well, I mean, I have an idea, but if you are watching this video, whether it be on YouTube or live on Twitch, and you don't know, go check out their social media. Stay tuned. There's going to be details about how you can potentially get a VIP bracelet. Sounds pretty sick. From what I have heard, and I'm not giving any details, but from what I have heard, and this is not me being like pushing it, because like this is not an ad. I'm not being paid for any of this. It's going to be sick. It's going to be super cool. So that's the end of that. But yeah, if you guys are trying to find fun and unique ways to check out and hang out with the Rocket League community, whether it be locally or otherwise, V1 is trying to supply some options. Or, and better yet, if you can't make it to those, I recommend friends, family, people that you know in your friend group that may be nearby. I highly encourage you guys take some time during the weekend, guys or gals, and just get together and watch. This LAN major is going to be special. So there's something about London that if you've never been, it's really hard to articulate what that feeling is when you go to the Copper Box Arena. Arguably, I think this is going to maybe top as the greatest LAN in Rocket League history. And then to know a month later we get Dallas, pretty crazy stuff. So with that said, links to everything I'm talking about in the description down below. Bunch of opportunities for people out there. Rocket League esports, a lot of people talking about it's going up and down. This is the kind of stuff that makes it really special. So try to do everything you can if you are invested. Most people who watch this channel are. Try to do your best to go check out and watch the major. Major viewership is really important to making sure they continue to do this. So with that said, if you guys see me in London, which I will be there, this is me officially stating I will be in London, please say hi to me. Do not be afraid. I never want to receive a tweet or a message being like, yo man, I saw you, you looked busy, I didn't get a chance to say hi. I hate that. Please come say hi to me. Let me be the bad guy. Let me be the one that says, hey, I'm busy right now, can you hold on a second? Let me be the bad person there, but then just be respectful of time. But seriously, if you see me, come say hi. I would love to meet any one of you. LA was like an overwhelming amount, and it was such a cool experience. So with that said, I would like to see a bunch of the people that are not from the States as well. So with that said, if you guys enjoy the content, as always, thumbs up, subscribe, notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.